Good, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is fine and happy. I hope everyone is enjoying this morning. Um, Before we start, I just want to say that today's class is about today's class is on preparing you for the test. So everything is just tailored into one presentation, and then we're going to do the questions together so that you can see something similar to the test that you're going to get on is it Tuesday the 21st. So above and beyond that, today's lesson is to see that are you guys truly ready for the test, and what more advice can I give you guys so that you are able to actually find a way and start being able to see which areas do you need more help and which areas do you need to improve. Right. Starting there, I just need to state that, please, guys, as I always say, if you need help, here is the details that you can contact me. You can either contact me through Twitter or you can contact me through email, one of the two. Thank you to those who've been sending me their homework. I have been seeing it, and I have been noticing to say that, okay, there are certain concepts that you guys are seeing, which I do speak about in the lessons, which you are practicing in the homework. So if you are able to be doing that, then it means you are working well. You're doing very well. You should be proud of yourselves. And then if you're finding that you're still not getting certain concepts, this is the time now to speak and say, look, I'm not understanding here, please enlighten, or I'm not getting it here, please help, so that it sticks. Because remember that we're trying to learn a skill here. Above and beyond everything, we're trying to learn a skill. So let us learn the skill. Let us get to understand the skills that are here. Let us learn how to divide, multiply, add, and all of all that is included within the skills, and being able to use them across different sums. Right. So this is the general scope for next week, where I said it's multiplication, it's addition, it's 2D and 3D shapes, it's division, and it's word problems. So this is the what you're going to be tested on: multiplication, addition, 2D and 3D shapes, division, and word problems. In 2D and 3D shapes, a nice hint would be look at how we characterize the shapes. Remember, I said that when we characterize shapes, when they're 3Ds, that we look at the faces, the vertices, and the edges. When it's 2D, we're looking at the sides and the vertices. So along those lines, you need to know for different types of shapes, how many sides do they have, how many vertices they have. So the best way to learn that is to actually see the shape in your mind and to say, okay, I'm thinking about a pentagon, 5 sides, 5 vertices. Then I think, oh, a pentagonal prism, let me count. So it's about what? It is, if I look at it properly, I'm dealing with about 5 plus 5 plus 5 again. So I'm dealing with about what, 15 edges plus minus, if my calculations are on point. Yes, let's see. Yeah, and how many vertices, etc. So you must see the image within your mind, and then you're able to calculate or count while seeing the image in your mind of how many sides, how many edges, and how many vertices does it have. How many vertices does it have? Right. So can I please get a notification of who's done writing the scope? Can I please get a notification of who's done writing the scope so we can go into the lesson? So we can go into the lesson. Can I please have a notification of who is done writing the scope? Who is done writing the scope? So how are you going to write the test is that it's going to be uploaded on the site of Africa Teen Geeks, and then you guys, you're going to at home, you're going to download it and then try it on your own, right? And then write it on your own. And then if I'm not incorrect, the day of when you're writing it, it's then when we will do the corrections together. So the test is for you to be able to do it at home with your parent with you. And then the day of it is when we're going to be doing it, working it out together. Understand? So right when you are writing, you're going to download it off. You're going to download it from the Africa Teen Geeks website, and then after downloading it, you're going to do it, and then the day of the initial test is then now where we're going to have the corrections, and then we're going to see actually how it was supposed to be done, and you'll see the memo, etc. So please, 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 please do try your best to write the test. Please do try your best to do the assessment. Right. So I want to hear from you guys which concepts you find most challenging. All right. Oh, yeah. Please start writing this down so I can hear. What are prime numbers? What are factors? What are multiples? Prime numbers are numbers that have only two factors, 1 and themselves. For example, the first 5 prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, and 11. So prime numbers are numbers that are not divisible by anything else in the entire spectrum of numbers besides 1 and the number itself. Those are prime numbers. So it's numbers that you can only divide by 1 and the number itself, right? That make prime numbers. Then factors are numbers you multiply to get another number. For instance, factors of 15 are 3 and 5, because 3 times 5 is equal to 15. So factors are numbers that you multiply together to get another number. For example, if I look at the factors of 24, I'd say 1 times 24 is 1 and 24 are factors of 24. 2 and 12 are factors of 24. 4 and 6 are factors of 24. 8 and 3 are factors of 24. Understand? So factors are numbers that you multiply with one another to get that number that you want. The multiples of a number are all the numbers that are products of the number and any other integer. So when we look at the multiple of a number, we're looking at when you are busy adding this number repeatedly, the answers that you're getting are the multiples of it. The products of, say, 2 times 1 is 2. Those are the multiples. Then that's why you keep on adding the number itself and you get the following number. That's why if it's 2 plus 2, it's 4, plus 2, it's 6, plus 2, it's 8, plus 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12, plus 2 is 14, plus 2 is 16. So those are multiples. Do we have any question? These things are very important for your test. Please, please, please do write them down. What are prime numbers? What are factors? What are multiples? Don't confuse the two. Factors are within a limit. So if I'm speaking about the factors of 15, I'm dealing with numbers that you multiply together to get 15. Various numbers, including 1 time and 15. When I'm dealing with multiples, then I'm dealing with now counting on in 15. So it's 15, 30, 45, etc., etc., etc. Those are what we call multiples, right? And factors. There's a difference. The prime numbers is just all the numbers that only have 1 and themselves, the number itself, as numbers that are able to be used to divide the set number. So are we done writing? Are we done writing? Or are there any questions? Are there any questions in terms of factors, multiples, and prime numbers? Are there any questions in terms of factors, multiples, and prime numbers? Right. As I said, a prime number, right? When we look at the number 2, for those who might not be clear on it, right? The number 2. What other number can divide 2? It's 2, because 2 divided by 2 is 1. And what else can divide 2? It's 1, because 2 divided by 1, it's 2. Those are prime numbers. Prime numbers just are numbers that you're only able to divide by themselves and 1. That's all. Meaning that if it's 2, you can only divide it by 2 and 1 itself. Right. And then factors are numbers that when you are multiplying them, you get, as you are looking for numbers that you multiply together to get a specific number. So if I said I want the factors of 30, I'm looking for numbers that I can multiply together that I know that I will get 30. Hence, I said 1 and 30 are factors of 30. 2 and 15 are factors of 30. 3 and 10 are factors of 30. So within that mark of 30, what numbers do you multiply to get it? And then multiples are those numbers that you keep on adding or counting on. Hence, I said that the multiples of 30, you'd say 60, 90, 120, because you are counting on. You are counting on. Do we have any questions? Do we have any questions so I can move right along? Do you have questions so I can move right along? All right, I'm moving right along. So remember we spoke about that in geometry we have two-dimensional shapes, right? In figure, the shape has 2 dimensions, naming length and width. Two-dimensional shapes do not have thickness and are measured in 2 faces, right? Then I said that the corners of such shapes are called what? A vertex. And many of these corners are called vertices, right? And to recognize a 2D shape, you speak about their sides and the vertices. Hence, we even wrote this down when we did this one to say that for 2D, you write how many sides it has, how many vertices. If it's a square, it's got 4 sides and 4 vertices. If it's a circle, it's got 0 sides and 0 vertices. If it's a triangle, it's got 3 sides and 3 vertices. Pentagon, 5 sides and 5 vertices. This is how you'd characterize a 2D shape, right? This is how you'd characterize a 2D shape. We did this yesterday. This video would be on YouTube. The video for this would be on YouTube. It would be on YouTube right now as we speak. Right. Then we spoke about 3D shapes and we said, okay, 3D shape is a solid figure. And then I said that I made an example that it's a figure that you can manipulate. It's such as a box and stuff like a box, a container. And I said that within 3D shapes, we're even able to work out volume. Volume to say that it's because it's an object that has 3 dimensions, meaning length, width, and height, which are those are the 3 very same dimensions that we use for what? For volume. And yeah, that they have thickness and depth. That's why I said for height, sometimes they use the depth of the object when we're looking at 3D shapes. And then we spoke about saying that you've got the different types of them, but one thing you use to identify a 3D shape is the edges, the faces, the edges, and the vertices. That's what you use to identify a 3D shape. It's the faces, the edges, and the vertices. If we look at a cuboid right here, rectangular prism, it has 6 faces. You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many edges? 12. You count them. Each face, wherever faces meet, is an edge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then the vertices, you count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. That's it. That's how it works. That's how it works. That whenever we're dealing with 3D, we mention the faces, the edges, and the vertices. So right now, what I would want you guys to do is name number A, number B, and number C. All I want you to do is name these shapes. Number A, number B, and number C. Your time starts now. You have 3 minutes to name number A, number B, number C. Today's lesson is very practical. So just quickly go over. That's why I say that it's also important that the videos that we've been doing, you're going to watch them. We spoke about shapes. I think it was yesterday. Yes, yesterday. But we did speak about shapes and we've gone through it already. So please do number A, number B, and number C. Please do number A, number B, and number C.
So must I do all 3 or just one?
1, 2, A, B, C, all 3. You name all 3.
Okay. The first one is
Shh. It's time is, please don't tell us the answer. Please, please, please. I will unmute you when it's time for the answers. I will unmute you when it's time for the answers. But let's give it time for everyone to do it. Let's give it time for everyone to do it. Let's give it time for everyone to do it. You have 1 minute left, guys. 1 minute left. You can just tell me in the chat if you are done, and then we are going to allow for one of our fellow mates to give us the answer. We'll move on to the other things so we can cover as much as possible within the lesson. It is truly chilly today. You know, I took the weather very lightly. I took the weather very lightly. It is very chilly today. Thirty seconds left. 30 seconds left. All right. 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 Hello.
Sir, can I answer now?
Now you can answer.
Okay, sir. The first one is a cylinder, sir.
Mm-hmm. Why
The
do you
second
say
one
it's a
is a
cylinder?
square.
Why do you say it's a cylinder? What
Sir,
made you confirm? What made you confirm that it's a cylinder?
sir, the shape of it, sir, and the faces.
Okay. Right. And then the next one is
Square base pyramid.
right because also it's a pyramid because at the top we have an apex, right? Remember that a prism.
Yes, sir.
So as to tell our friends that a prism at the top is flat, but a pyramid has an apex, has a point at the top. There's a point at the top. Right. And then the third one is what?
Sir, that's a cone, sir.
All right. You are amazing. You are amazing. Yeah. First one, it's a cylinder. Basically, because at the top you have a circle, at the bottom you have another circle. The next one is a square-based pyramid. Remember that you have two types of pyramid. You've got a triangular-based pyramid and you've got a square-based pyramid. So because there's a square at the bottom, this is called the square-based pyramid. And then also why it's a pyramid, this is called a prism when it's flat like this at the top. But when it has an apex, a pointy thing like that at the top, we call that a pyramid. Then the third one is a cone because at the bottom it has a circle and then it's got a round part about it which has its own apex, but we call it a cone. It's a cone. This is what we normally eat ice creams out of. They are how they used to be back then. Back. Right. I hope we got this. Let's move on. So symmetry is when a shape or object has two completely identical that either facing each other. A line of symmetry is the line that divides the two identical parts, each being a mirror reflection of the other. So I said that when you're looking at symmetry, whenever we put a line of symmetry between a shape or in the middle of a shape, one side becomes a mirror image of the other side. So one side becomes a mirror image of the other side. That's what we call symmetry. They're symmetrical when one side is the mirror image of the other side. So since this side is the mirror image of that side, it's symmetrical. Since this side is the mirror image of this side, it's symmetrical. That's why it's called a line of symmetry. The line of symmetry. And the more regular the polygon is, the more symmetrical it is. Understand? That's why it's called a line of symmetry. That one side is the complete the one side is the complete mirror reflection of the other side. They look the same, meaning that if the two shapes were on top of each other, you would see them as one. So we'd see this trapezoid over here as one, like basically half a trapezoid, because you'd see them as one. This isosceles trapezoid, right? So now look for the how many lines of symmetry, number 1 and number 4 and number 5 has. And I'm going to give you guys I'll give you guys 3 minutes to try it. 3 minutes only. Look for the lines of symmetry of number 1, number 4 and number 5. The time has already started. The time has already started. So look for the lines of symmetry for number 4, number 1, number 4, and number 5. Number 1, number 4, and number 5. Number 1, 4, and 5. Number 1, 4, and 5. Number 1, 4, and 5. You have 1 minute remaining. You have 1 minute remaining. One minute remaining. We are looking for the lines of symmetry for number 1, 4, and 5. Number 1, number 4, number 5. Twenty seconds left. Whew. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. Who can help us with the corrections quickly? Who can help us with the corrections quickly? Because now we need to also go into some sums. So who can help us with the corrections quickly? Even if it's just for one of them. Anyone? Good. Hello.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
I'm fine, thanks, and you, sir?
I would have been better if it was warm.
So I
Right.
think for the
So
first one, there's only one line of symmetry that I've got.
for number 1, one line. Where?
Yes, in the middle, across down.
All right. So it's this like this. All right. This, let me do it. Also, if you think about it, there's one here, right? Look, it's symmetrical. And also one like this. But thank you so much.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Anyone else? Am I drawing and I'm not seeing that I'm drawing? Wow. There we go. Moved it. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, and you, sir?
I'm good. How many lines of symmetry do you have?
So on number 4, it's 3.
3. So where and where and where and where? Describe for me. Where are these lines of
In
symmetry?
the middle.
All right, so it's from here. Then?
From this corner to there.
So it's from here. Then?
Yes, and the other one.
And then here.
Yes. I'm not sure if that's symmetrical. Okay.
Yeah. Beautiful. Oh, one more thing. And then here. Right, how many sides? Yeah, it's 4 sides. So it's so they're supposed to be, yeah, there we go. So it's 4 lines of symmetry. Ah, awesome.
Okay.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And then the last one. Last one.
Hello,
Hello,
sir.
how are
Hello,
you?
sir. I'm fine, and you?
I would have been better if it was warm, but it's fine. Right. So how
Sir,
many lines of symmetry
for
does number 5 have?
for number 5, I put 2 lines of symmetry.
When?
So down the middle,
Uh-huh. Because that's the only
and
see, unless I'm not clear.
then from side to side.
It's like this.
Yes, sir. And then the next one is from side to side.
But that wouldn't be symmetrical. Remember that we want a direct mirror image. So for me, I think it's the one only in the middle that would provide us with a mirror image, a direct mirror image. Because from side to side, the problem about side to side is that it won't be a direct mirror image unless it was like this part here and this on top here, they were both pointy. But
Yeah.
thank you so much. Right. Uh, right. Let us get into some maths. Let us do some maths while we still have time. I want us actually do this. I'm going to give you guys now 3 minutes to do the sum. Addition, everyone understands addition. I know addition, you guys are fine. Let us go into multiplication. Let us do division. Then I know that now we would have now covered majority of everything, that now you are actually war ready, because I want to make you guys ready, super ready, that you're actually now in the position to do things. Please mention if you need more time as well. Or let me just do this. Let me be kind. And ish, I don't know if my kindness will work now. I'll add a minute. So I've given you guys 1 more minute on top of what I gave you originally, because I can tell that you guys are still doing it. So please. Remember, guys, there are things that you must respect there, especially when you're multiplying. And please respect them with the respect that it deserves, or else your sum will be wrong. That is a guarantee that your sum will be wrong if you do not respect something I've always told you guys to respect. Always told you when you're doing multiplication, there is something that you must respect. So if you don't respect it, your sum will be wrong. Your sum will be wrong. So please, I'm begging you, if you could see me right now, I'm on my knees. I'm on my knees begging you to say, please respect that thing. Respect that thing. I even compared it to a man when I explained it to you once, to say this thing that I want you to respect comes from Victoria. I changed and I said the other day, I said, no, now it comes from Soweto. So please respect it, or your answer will be wrong. Or your answer will be wrong. 20 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time up. Time up. Who has our answer? Who can help us with the answer? Who has our answer? Who feels confident enough to give us the answer? Who has our answer? Hello? All right, seems not to be working. Anyone who has our answer, guys, please note that time is wasting. Hello?
Hi, sir.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. And how are you?
I'm good. What is the answer?
Sir, must I explain the whole thing or must I just tell you the answer?
You can explain the whole thing.
Okay, sir. So first,
So what was the
so
answer?
first, so first, sir, I first worked this out. So I said 2000 times 70. I first worked from the biggest to the smallest, sir. So
Uh-huh.
first, it's
So you did
2000
it, you
times
did it with this
70.
method.
Excuse me, sir? No,
You
sir.
did it with this
My
method.
school, my school never taught us that, sir.
Or you did this one. Which one?
Yeah, sir. So I
One or
did the
two?
one on the right, sir.
Oh, okay. Okay, this one, yes. So
Yes, sir.
you said
Sir,
2000. Yeah.
2000 times 70, sir.
Uh-huh.
And then
Well,
I wrote again 2000 times the 300, sir.
uh-huh.
But not 300, sorry. So it's 300 times 70.
Uh-huh.
And then the next one was 50 times
Uh-huh.
70.
Which is 3500.
Yes, sir. So
And
then
then
I so then I wrote again. Then I wrote again 8
times
times
7,
70.
which is
And then I did
560.
yes, sir. So then I did that
Move.
again. I did
Uh-huh.
2000 times 8, sir. And then
16,000.
300 times 8. So I did it with
2,400.
all the numbers, sir. So I did
Yes.
it with all the numbers. And then when I got to 8 times 8, sir,
Uh,
then I started to work out the numbers, sir.
54. So you said 100 and so you said the 140,000 plus the 21,000 plus the 16,000 plus the 3,500 plus the 2,500 plus the 560 plus the 400 plus the 64 all added together gives you 183,324.
Yes, sir.
100%. You are a genius. You are a genius. Looking at the time, unfortunately, this will have to be our last one because I have to show you the homework. So what also the other method to do is that you just multiply here. And I said one thing you must respect is place value. Even here, you're respecting place value. Please respect place value. So you say 8 times 8 is 64. So you put the 4, you carry the 6. Then you say 8 times 5 is 40. Plus 6 is 46. So you put the 6, you carry what? The 4. Then you say 8, 8 times 3 is what? It's 24. Plus 4 is 28. So you put the 8 here, and then you carry the 2. And then you say 8 times 2 is what? 16 plus 2 is 18. Then you're done. You've got your 18,864. Then you go and you remove the remainders. All anything on top of the numbers, you remove it completely. Then you now start multiplying with 70. That's not just an ordinary 7. This is a 70, 70. Not an ordinary 7 that you just find. It's a 70. So you say, you put 0 as a placeholder. Once I have my 0 as a placeholder, I start having fun now. And I say 7 times 8 is what? 56. So I put a 6, carry 5. And I say 7 times 5 is 35 plus 5 is 40. So I put the 0 here, I carry 4. Then I say 7 times 3 is what? 21 plus 4 is 25. So I put the 5, I carry 2. Then I say 7 times 2 is 14 plus 2 is 16. So I put a 1 and a 6. Then I add 4 plus 0 gives me 4. 6 plus 6 is 12. So I put it's 2 here, I carry 1 and put the 1 here. Then 1 plus 8 is, let me not mess this up. Yeah, so I put my 2 here, I carry 1. So this one was supposed to be 1 plus 8 is 9. Yeah, but you get 183,324. I just hope I didn't, I think I didn't align them properly. But the answer does not change. The answer remains the same, which is 183,324. Are there any questions? Because I want to pop up your homework. I want to pop up your homework. Let me pop up the homework. I think we spent too much on the theory, but the theory was necessary. Here is your homework. Here is your homework. Are there any questions? Here is your homework. You do the 3 sums and then you draw lines of symmetry for a square, hexagon, octagon, and isosceles triangle. Then on top of that, you write the properties for a triangle-based pyramid and a decagonal prism. Then you also watch the videos for this week on YouTube. Watch the videos for this week on YouTube. So if you do that, you make our lives very easy. You make our lives very easy. Right, here's your homework. Oh, just to correct, there was a slight mistake. This is supposed to be a 9. This is supposed to be a 9. So it's supposed to be 6 plus 6 is 12, carry 1. Then 1 plus 8 gives me 9. Then I say 8 plus 5 is 13. So I put the 3, I carry 1 on top. Then 1 plus 6 is 8. And then this is 1. So this is supposed to be a 9. My sincerest apologies. This is supposed to be a 9. A 9, a 9, a 9, a 9, a 9, a 9. I think it's just in the adding of it. In the adding of it, there's a slight mistake, but this is supposed to be a 9 right over here. Yeah, it's supposed to be a 9. But having that down, it is 183,924. Having that down, guys, here is your homework. Here is your homework. I just wanted to clear that up. Here is your homework. Are there any questions? Are there any questions? Are there any questions? Yes, there's supposed to be a 9. There was a mistake, but it was supposed to be a 9. But hey, mistakes do happen. Are there any questions? Are there any questions? If there are no questions and you have your homework and you are super students, it's fine. From me, guys, thank you so much for everything. The answer is correct. The answer was 183,924. Thank you guys for being super students. Continue to be blessed. And I will see you guys on Monday. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.